Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty unique. It's a stack of Google Voice text between two people, James, JT, and Karin. And it covers just about 30 hours back in February 2023. Really intense stuff. Our mission, really, is to map out how emotional and moral negotiations happen super fast when there's that instant connection.
Yeah, it's like watching chemistry just explode,
Yeah.
But then immediately force these huge life alignment discussions. These sources, they give an incredible window into how deep feelings just accelerate everything. They have to have the hard talk fast.
Absolutely. And it kicks off, the second they part ways at the airport, the emotion is palpable right away. It goes from just, hi, miss you, to Karin texting, I'm looking for you.
Yeah.
One more kiss. And JT confirms later how significant that was. He texts, that was more than one more kiss.
Right. And that intensity, that quick spark, it just sets the scene for rapid emotional investment. Almost the next text, Karin's talking about butterflies.
Yeah.
Saying JT helped her find this emotional side she didn't even know she had. She was worried, I feel like my high school self.
And they lean into that vulnerability, but then JT pivots. He says something like, I kind of want to be like high school sweethearts with you, but not dumb.
Exactly, defining it. And they're even defining identities, right? Karin mentions struggling with the name Jim association with her dad.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so they land on JT, which he finds endearing, the texts say.
But what's fascinating, like you said, is how quickly the practical stuff crashes in.
Totally. Real world.
This intense connection has to immediately deal with, schedules and deeper values. They're planning their next visit, March 18th to 21st, I think.
Yep.
And they're navigating Karin's job, Pete's all-day Friday.
Right, patience.
And JT's really specific Sabbath rules, no businesses, family day only. It's complex logistics meeting raw emotion.
That collision is key between the feeling and the structure. Which brings us to where this fast connection hit a major bump. The physical boundaries talk.
Right. This is critical. But hang on, isn't declaring this level of connection after, 30 hours maybe a red flag? What anchors this beyond just pure emotion, according to the sources?
Well, it seems like the conflict itself might be the anchor, or at least an accelerator for trust. Karin is incredibly upfront. She says, I don't want to outpace what I'm truly ready for, and I did that twice.
Wow, that's direct.
Very. And she felt safer when JT was the one to suggest pulling back, being the strong one. So the conflict, it seems, it forced immediate honesty, accountability.
And JT's reply is pretty remarkable, too. He apologizes, says he downplayed how important sex was to him. He admits feeling conflicted and guilty himself. Said he acted out of fear of losing her.
Yeah, fear of losing her. That's what he said. So he wasn't totally honest because of that fear. And he explicitly agrees their physical actions crossed the line, a boundary that was not ready to be crossed yet.
That honesty, that shared admission of maybe messing up, it lets them pivot right into the deep stuff, defining their shared values.
Exactly. JT brings in this whole philosophical, almost the theological layer, the fire metaphor.
From Frost and Proverbs, yeah.
Right. Arguing that intimacy, real intimacy, belongs only within the linkage of true commitment. It's a symbol of total union.
In Karin's reaction, it's relief. She says, this settles my heart so much. Her focus becomes, honoring God, not settling for something lesser than his best by misusing intimacy. They went from a boundary issue to, defining their ultimate shared destiny incredibly fast.
And the language just escalates. That quote from JT, whatever souls are made of, yours and mine are the same.
That's a lot for 30 hours.
It is. And he doubles down with that other quote about time not determining intimacy, but disposition. 7 years would be insufficient, and 7 days are more than enough for others. Clearly, they felt they were in this 7 days category.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway here for you, the listener? These texts really highlight this massive challenge, trying to instantly sync up deep, fast emotion with serious moral commitments and just plain logistics.
Yeah, scheduling flights around Sabbath rules while defining your soul connection. It's intense.
They had to define everything. Boundaries, commitments, schedules, right out of the gate almost.
It shows that sometimes the speed of the connection just forces the speed of the foundational work. You have no choice.
Right. And here's a final thought to leave you with. The sources show both JT and Karin admitting a great need for repentance. They're confessing struggles. But that happens right alongside this powerful, immediate conviction that they're made for each other. So it raises this question, maybe for all of us, does that shared vulnerability, admitting moral struggles together, actually deepen a bond and build trust faster than if everything had just been perfectly aligned and conflict-free from the start? Something to consider as you navigate your own connections.
There's no discussion of a divorce at all that I'm aware of, at least at this point. So, you know, I'm just giving you this information for your own kind of sanity. That's about it. I don't know how long you're going to stay here before you
I
go.
don't either. I'm supposed to fly back Monday night, but
Monday night, okay. He will be able to call you, but he's not going to be able to get out of jail. He's going to get transferred down to Arapahoe County Jail, which I don't know if you're familiar with the Denver area. It's not far from here on Arapahoe Road. And he would have visitation. I don't know if he'll get down there tomorrow or Monday morning. But, you know, I don't know what your plans are with him and reaching out to him and talking to him, but it'll have to come through a phone call or some kind of visitation over at the jail.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But, I mean, the real victim here is his wife. Big time. So, all right. You got my card if you think of anything or you got any questions.
Nobody, I mean, because he told me he had specifically requested a tox screening on her because of his concern.
It's because he knew that the poisons he used wouldn't show up.
You're suspecting cyanide, and cyanide doesn't show up on a
Suspecting arsenic, I'm suspecting cyanide.
tox screening.
We've got all of his search history for Google on him planning this whole thing out. It's a lot. I mean, obviously you gotta take my word for it right now, but I mean, it's over the top, a lot.
And that stuff, a hospital over a 4-day period wouldn't.
It's a good question.
Come up with
That's a
something
good
around
question. Well, when she showed up, they knew fairly quickly. They were informed that it could be a poisoning. And from a police standpoint, we just don't get medical records. We have to get them through subpoenas and stuff like that. So it takes us a little bit of time to verify what the hospital knew, because the hospital doesn't tell us with HIPAA and everything else.
Because, I mean, he wasn't even home when he was at work when she went down again after they had sent her back. Right? I mean, they sent her home. If that's part is true, if that's real information, I understood she went home and was released. And then while he was at work, I guess her brother had come into town, and when it all went down again,
Yeah.
downhill, and he wasn't even around.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, maybe if you talk to him, he'll have an explanation. I can just tell you from a police standpoint, that's why I'm standing here, and that's why he's in jail. Okay? All right, ma'am. Take care of yourself.
Sitting here right now.
Okay.
So
there's a few. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry I'm dragging this out. I just don't know what I'm doing. My business partners have called a meeting for tomorrow at 6 p.m. and I don't know that I'm going to make that. So I don't know how to communicate with them that I can't make that meeting. And I would like to contact the attorney that I was thinking of using, and I reached out to him, and then you guys took my phone, and I don't know if they've tried to reach back out to me or not. And there's basically a straight up written, here's everything that happened, from my iPhone that I wrote the night before you took my phone. I wanted to sit down and figure out the timeline so that I could remember exactly what happened and when. I mean, that's all there. But and so I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know, Detective Wilson.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I mean, this is a scary situation. We're not here to pretend that it is.
Yeah, it's really scary.
And
My
that's
kids
why.
could lose both of their parents.
I know.
And I didn't do this. And I don't know how to exonerate myself. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to death. I don't know what to do. I want desperately to talk to you because I trust you, but what happens if you guys just put me on? What happens if you're not really on my side? Or I could say something that makes me look horrible, and then some district attorney with an axe to grind puts me away. I don't want that.
Well, it's not really up to a district attorney.
Or I don't know. I'm watching all these stupid shows on TV.
So I'll tell you that's not how it happens. It's a whole process, and there's judges, and you're afforded that right to a jury trial of your peers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, all I can just say is I'm sorry, and I'm sorry that we're here and in this situation.
I am too.
You know.
I'm sorry that I didn't just let her go through with this years ago. So, okay, so if I say I probably better wait till an attorney,
Yeah.
then I go to jail tonight,
Yep.
and then, I don't know, Monday, how do I contact the attorney?
You have phone access in the jail.
You're going to be able to make phone calls. So if you want to call your brother or
And
one of
say,
your,
Google this attorney, give me the phone number, you can do that.
they can look it up. You can ask for somebody to write it down. They can give you that, and then you're able to make other phone calls.
And then if I get hold of the attorney, say Monday morning, because I'm assuming they're not going to be available this weekend.
Right.
So Monday morning I get a hold of the guy I was looking at using, and then what? He comes down and talks to me first?
They should do some sort of consult with you.
Okay.
There's lots of options with, like, at Arapahoe County Jail, they have, like, tablets, they have phones, so I don't know the inner workings of that because we're not down there except for usually to talk to somebody. So they would allow you have attorney-client privileges, obviously, so you would be able to talk to your attorney. They may come down and visit you and discuss what you know, what you don't know, or what your concerns are, obviously. And then if they say, don't talk to the police, that may be the direction you go, or they may say, yeah, let's coordinate a time to sit down and have an interview with the police and see where that lands us. So it's really up to their guidance and what you choose to do with that guidance.
Okay. And then if the attorney and I meet and they come up with a plan, there's still not any way to get out of jail until I get in front of a judge, right? Because it's, what did you say, homicide warrant or something?
First,
That
with intent after deliberation.
what does that mean?
It's kind of just the additional elements.
But can you explain it?
Basically, after deliberation, that you deliberated it
You thought
You
this
thought
out
it
and had
through
intent to do it.
and had intent.
That's not at all what happened. Oh my gosh. I'm so lost. Oh my gosh, I'm so lost. And then any way I go, there's not any way to be at her funeral in a week.
Here's the thing, we have no idea what knowledge you have, or what you plan to tell us, or what you want to tell us. So I can't, and neither can Detective Olson, give you any direction on that, because every time we interview a suspect in any sort of homicide case, it is always dependent on what is told to us, what we can verify, like she's talking about. Sometimes people are able to give us information we're able to verify quickly. We assess and then determine what to do with that person. Do we keep them in custody? Do we not? At this time, with the information that we have, no, you will not be released in a week. You will have to wait till what she was talking about, basically your preliminary hearing coincides with what they call a proof evident, proof great hearing.